This is Kyle Bailey today with Stan Tyler of Champions Edge, and we're talking about many of the coaching, the products that Stan has and some of the coaching that he does. And one of the ideas that we were talking about today is gratitude. So Stan, talk a little bit about that.
Gratitude is one of the sneakiest muscles we've got. Sneaky good in the sense that the more we're awake to being grateful, the more energy that produces for us, the more richness we're operating from, if you will, and naturally your work is going to show up as more rich. You connect more richly with people. Your attention's going to be on contribution as opposed to gimme, gimme. And to me, there's just almost no limit of what else you could discover that's around you at all times that we've been asleep to. And if you stop and look at it, then life itself looks way better. The other option looking here is like I can be grateful or I can be a pity party. Just check the spectrum in that game.
Yeah.
So you end up with like a victim mentality, which makes everything look like drama for the entire time you're in that mode. Or gratitude. You'll see the miracles that are around you at all times. Or what the client just said to you that's like, oh my goodness, it's a perfect segue into boom. And you're able to do your best work, best product, best service, whatever it might be.
And isn't it interesting how a lot of times people may be looking at the very same circumstance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've all done it. Like you look up and you realize I've spent the entire morning operating like I'm an upset waiting to happen.
Yeah.
As opposed to like, wow, this is cool. Look who I get to talk to right now.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about, you talked about only when you're grateful do you know exactly where you're rich.
It's a lot of ways to wrap that one around. It's if you don't see it, how do you own it? How do you like operate from I'm abundant? It might be an abundance of relationships, which is one of the areas that I'm ridiculously abundant in.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about that, when I'm awake to it, then I'm like a walking connection machine.
Right.
Like, oh, you should go talk to Kyle Bailey about Facebook. You can't even imagine what he does for you.
Yeah.
You can also, like, I've got this person who's the best realtor in the commercial side of the world that I've ever run across.
Right.
So I love being generous with those areas of richness.
So it's kind of about identity and definition kind of all at the same time, and then owning that.
Well said. Well said, yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Stan. And again, we'll direct people to your website, championsedge.com, and
Thanks.
they can learn more about what you do.
Be grateful.
All right.